Good morning, everyone. Welcome. I'm so happy to see people here on the holiday weekend. I was out and about yesterday, and there was so much traffic in Nevada City, all the tourists. So my name is Julia Robles-Scott, and I'm delighted to be your bridge minister. So welcome to everybody here in the room, and welcome to you all out there in virtual land. Let's get started by standing and singing our two community songs together. And we have our wonderful friend Jared Namaste here as our musician today.
Yeah, good morning. How you guys doing? Good. Well, this song we've done a bunch of times here, so you probably all know it, and it's very, very simple. I'm feeling better all the time. Oh, I'm feeling better all the time. Yes, I'm feeling better all the time. 'Cause I am truly blessed, that's it. I'm feeling better all the time. Oh, I'm feeling better all the time. Yes, I'm feeling better all the time. Because I am truly blessed. I'm gonna sing a little short verse. So keep on living like you got this whole universe behind you, 'cause you do. And keep on living like you got 10,000 angels to guide you, 'cause it's true. And keep on living like you got this whole world right beside you, 'cause you do. And keep on living like you got enormous power within you, 'cause it's true. I'm feeling better all the time. I'm feeling better all the time. Oh, I'm feeling better all the time. Yes, I'm feeling better all the time. 'Cause I am truly blessed. One more time. I'm feeling better all the time. Oh, I'm feeling better all the time. Yes, I'm feeling better all the time. Because I am truly blessed. Alright. And now we have a song by one of my favorite artists of all time, One Love by Bob Marley. Thank you all so much. Good morning.
Thank you, Jared. Okay, well, welcome to you out there in virtual land who have just joined us while we were singing and echoing. Gosh, it's so good to see everybody. It's a holiday weekend and you showed up. Thank you. So let's just start out by asking what's alive in us today? What's alive in you today? Pat. Seeing old friends. Yay. Gratitude. Singing, yes. Enjoying the weather walking from your house. That's beautiful. Love. Grandchildren, oh my gosh. So many wonderful things. Well, thank you. So it is my pleasure to remind us of who we are. We are a radically inclusive, spiritually progressive, supportive community that celebrates the diversity of creation. We aspire to live authentic spiritual lives through a practical application of the teachings of science of mind and spirit. We engage in sacred practices that uplift our spirit, deepen our awareness, and ignite our soul's self-expression. We demonstrate active compassion to ourselves, each other, and the world. We experience meaningful contribution through giving generously of our time, talents, and treasures. And we intentionally promote our community and our teachings. So I would like to invite Stephen, our board member, up to share the announcements with us. Wait, let's see. Did I forget something? Candles next. Candles afterwards. All right, Stephen, please share your announcements with us. Thank you. Here they are, right here.
Alrighty. Good morning, everybody. My name is Stephen. That's Creature. Okay. So our beloved Sierra Center member, Lizette DeMiranda, is still looking for someone who will pick her up and bring her to Sierra Center on Sunday mornings for service. If you're willing, please reach out directly at 530-277-2841. Beloved former Sierra Center member Kathy Mann is facilitating another workshop called Mastering Your Mind. What we think about, we bring about. What we think about, we bring about. There will be 2 free sessions on Tuesday, May 30th from 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. and 6 to 7 p.m. at the Madeline Helling Library. See handouts on the round table in the foyer for more information. Thank you, Javon Swan and Rev Madeline, for volunteering to be on our visioning committee. We will continue to hold visionings for the next several months, and we'd like at least one more person to assist us. Please let Juanita or Rev Julia know if you feel moved to be of service in this way. Thank you. We have 2 ongoing groups that everyone is welcome to attend, and they are now available both in person and via Zoom. First, our Manifestation Mastery group meets on Tuesdays from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Our Science of Mind study group meets on Thursdays from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Find the Zoom links in our weekly newsletter or on our online calendar on our website, sierracenter.org. Oh, I didn't know this. Walking with the Rev starts again with Rev Julia this Thursday, June 1st. Please join her every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. and call her to find out the location to meet on the day of. Rev Julia's number is 530-208-9035. Ooh, another new one. We are very excited to introduce Text to Donate. It is really simple. Just text Sierra CSL to 44321 and you'll be directed to our donation link. See, is that? Oh, and that is all of our announcements. All righty. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Stephen. I just want to remind everybody that there are lavender forms in our seat backs in front of you. If you have a prayer request, feel free to fill those out. And there's a brown box to the left of the door over there under our pictures. And you can put that in there, and the ministers and practitioner get together every week to pray over those prayer requests for you. Also, there's a box right here, black box. It's locked. If there's something that you want specifically for me to know and no one else, feel free to fill out that little form and put it in there. And now it is time for our candle lighting process. And so our wonderful practitioner, Reverend Lanny, is going to serve us in this way. So we light this candle to celebrate the unity of all people, all faiths, all beings, and all life, honoring the infinity of oneness as all creation, seen and unseen, and to remind us of the light of spirit within all of us. Now I'm going to turn it back over to our wonderful Jared for our next community song, and then Rev Lanny will come up for our time of inward shift.
I'm back. Hey. We're going to do this wonderful song by Karen Drucker. I feel like I was a big part of Inner Light for many years, and Karen Drucker and Ricky Byers were like the two that just, I felt like every other song we did was one of the two. And this was my favorite of Karen Drucker's, so here we go. God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. Love is my source, love is my power, love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Let's do God. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. Thank you, guys.
And now our wonderful Board of Trustees member, Hillary Dart, is going to share a sacred reading for us.
Hello. This reading is called The Darkest Fear by Mary Ann Williamson. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that it most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we're liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. And so it is.
Good morning. I'm Reverend Lanny Howard. I'm your practitioner this morning. And our value, our community value for today is integrity. And when I think about integrity, I'm thinking about what we think, what we say, and what we do are all in alignment. That we are able to not say one thing and think another. That we're not, making judgments in our mind about other people, but we're not saying anything, because it's really good to remember that if something in somebody else is bugging you, there's probably a piece of whatever that behavior is that is yours. And it may be at a lesser degree, but it might be in there. And it might be hidden. It might be in that shadow place. So it's really important to, when we have that experience of judgment, to turn to wonder why that's pressing my button. Who installed that button? So that is integrity. Our thought, our word, and our action are in alignment, especially in this community where we adhere to these wonderful principles of the science of mind and spirit. So I am going to ring the gong 3 times. Then we are going to do 3 ohms, and then we will go into a 5-minute meditation. I will bring us out with an affirmative prayer, and then we will do our affirmation. Let's take a breath together. As we remember that which breathes us, that there is an infinite power, an infinite intelligence, an infinite love that created everything out of itself. And as I reflect upon the miraculous nature of this body that breathes itself, that sees, that smells, that hears, that tastes, that transforms matter into energy with every meal. I remember that as miraculous as this body is, I am not this body. I am spirit. I am awareness. I am intelligence, being made manifest from the invisible to the visible through this body. And that my presence here is meant to be kind and loving and beneficial. That each of us has an important role to play in this wonderful experience we call life. And that each of us comes with unique gifts, and we give those gifts and fulfill our purpose. And so I know that our time together today is blessed, that our music is blessed, that our talk by Reverend Julia is blessed, that the service of each person in service to us today is blessed by their service. And we are blessed by that service as well. And so I am so grateful for this good that I know is unfolding for us, through us, in us, and as us today. And so with love and great gratitude, I release my word into the law of life itself, knowing that the law responds by corresponding to this energy and makes it manifest. And we affirm this truth together as we say, and so it is. So now we will do our affirmation. I will say it once, and then we will say it together. I shine my unique light on life's center stage. I shine my unique light on life's center stage. And so it is. And now we'll have some more music from Jerry. Thank you.
I don't know how many times I've done this church and I still forget the order. Done a lot of churches. Speaking of that, I have been performing music for about 30 years, and yet I have sung solo one other time. And so this is the second time ever, and I feel really blessed to share that with you. And I have hundreds of songs that I just want to get out there in the world, and so every opportunity I got to take it, yeah? This one's called See Only Beauty. Well, I don't know what life's all about, but that won't stop me from giving it all I've got. And God is something, it's a mystery to me. But grace is present in What if we never find the answers? What if life is just a dance in which there's nothing right or wrong? What if we are only here until we're not? What if only for this moment we find all of those answers are inside? Open up your newborn eyes and see only beauty, my child. Only beauty. And we are the ones for whom we're waiting. And it's been said that the change is a long time coming. What if we never find the reason? What if this life is just one season amidst a thousand long, long years? What if the seeds that we've planted only grow when they've drank deeply from our tears? What if we never find the answers? What if life is just a dance in which there's nothing right or wrong? What if we are only here until we're not? What if only for this moment we find all of those answers, they are inside? Open up those newborn eyes and see only beauty, my child. See only beauty, my child. See only beauty, my child. Open up those newborn eyes and see only beauty, my child. Only beauty. Thank you.
Thank you. This position contains so much emotion. It's kind of a right brain, left brain thing, right? I've got to pay attention to all this stuff, which is harder for me. And then shift and go into that spiritual stuff. It was very moving, thank you. So this month's theme has been light within the darkness, right? And we've been talking about how the dark places within ourselves and the light places within ourselves, we need it all. It's all a part of who we are. It's all a part of our wholeness, and that we can't really be and embrace our true selves unless we love and embrace those dark parts of ourselves. And so really, for me, this has been what my life journeys have been about so far, is like uncovering those dark places and learning to love them. And it's been challenging. I'm sure it has been for you too. But it is part of our wonderful evolutionary process as spiritual beings having a human experience. So some gifts about the dark places that we've been are that, when we get through them, we actually can feel stronger and we become more resilient. So there's gifts in those things, right? Did you ever go through something that was so challenging that you just didn't think you could make it? Right? And did you find out that you were stronger than you thought you were? Or maybe you got through that because you were saying to yourself, with God, all things are possible. And perhaps you developed a stronger sense of faith as a result, right? So these hard things, these dark places that we've been through, it reminds me of, planting a seed or going into winter where we can think about and contemplate. And then when spring comes, the seed starts to sprout and a new chapter of our life shows up. So many years ago, in 2013, I went through one of the most challenging times of my life. But before that, I was like plagued with this thing called self-doubt. I didn't feel like I was the person I needed to be in order to show up in the world as Spirit was nudging me to be. And so I had this self-doubt that kept saying, oh, I'm not good enough, I don't have enough experience. I kept comparing myself to other people. I don't know if you've ever had that, but oh, good. I'm not the only one, but of course. So in 2013, I went through this really hard time. It went on for months and months, and I couldn't do it by myself. I mean, I reached out for peer support, I reached out for prayer, I reached out. And, it was a choice that I made. And once I got through to the other end, the other side, it took some time to recover from the process. But what happened for me was I realized that if I could go through what I just went through, that I could do anything. I was capable of anything. And so that thing called self-doubt disappeared. I was feeling very empowered. And what I realized was, as a result of making the choice to go through what I went through, it was my soul's opportunity to really let go of that thing that was holding me back, right? That thing that was holding me back from really being and doing what Spirit was wanting me to do. So I'm going to just give us an invitation to think about what areas of your own self are holding you back in your life. Today's talk title is about lights, camera, action. And what they're talking about is taking center stage on in your own life's play and letting your light shine really brightly. So what are those things within us, in you, that may be holding you back? So I'm just going to give us the opportunity to go within for a moment, and I'll lead us in this guided meditation. And so I invite us to just allow ourselves to become aware of that presence within us. Become aware of the heartbeat and our breathing. And begin to allow ourselves to connect in with our higher wisdom self. And we're just going to ask our higher wisdom self a couple of questions. And the question we can ask is, what is it within myself that has been holding me back from taking the center stage in my own life and allowing my light to shine brightly? What is it within myself that has been holding me back? The second question is, what resources and skills are available to me that would allow me to move forward and let my light shine brightly? What resources and skills do I have available to me that I can utilize to move forward in letting my light shine brightly? And now when you're ready, I invite you to begin to open your eyes again. Begin to bring your presence awareness back into the room. And I just give us this invitation to take time out of your busy life to do this once in a while. You know what? We're living in the most amazing times. This is like, it looks like we're going to hell in a handbasket, right? Everything's falling apart. The structures and systems that no longer serve our highest good are falling apart. The banks are collapsing. But you know what? I have faith. I have faith that something wonderful and amazing is emerging. We're coming out of the chaos. Well, we still may be going into more of it, but there is that wonderful thing called life that is expanding. It expands within us and all around us. There's amazing things happening too, in addition to the falling apartness. Did you know that there's now hydrogen-powered cars on the road that only emit water? How wonderful is that? Did you know that we no longer need to use banks to put our money in, that we can use cryptocurrency? It's catching on more and more. And one of the beautiful things about it is it can be open sourced and transparent, so it can really cut down on corruption. Of course, there's some projects that are corrupt out there, but there's a lot more. There's thousands of projects going on out there. Did you know that we can actually own our own money? Did you know that you don't own your own money when you put your money in the bank? We think that's our money, right? But once we put it in the bank can do whatever they want with our money. You may have heard of people's bank accounts getting frozen, right? Well, with cryptocurrency, decentralized systems, we can actually own our own money and send it to one another. We don't need that bank. So wonderful things are happening in the world. And I just invite us to think about, what is ours to do? Like I heard Jared in his song and Rev Lanny's message. We each have our own unique, individualized gifts. Only us, only ourselves can share it. And we're all important, an important part in the process. So what is yours to do? What are your unique gifts and talents? I used to think that I needed to focus on the things that I'm not good at and to make those better in order to make a better contribution to the world. And then I was taking some training one time, and they said, instead of doing that, why don't you focus on the things that you're really good at? And that kind of made sense to me, right? Because I was trying to be something other than I was. That's what it felt like before. But how about just being who I am and doing those things? That was kind of a light bulb moment for me. So I invite you to do the same. So what is yours to do? That's the question. There's so many opportunities in the world for us to make a positive impact on the world. Like some of us are working on climate change and education. Some of us are donating to wonderful causes. Some of us are helping feed the hungry. What is yours to do? Are you doing it, or is there something holding you back? Is there something within you that has been holding you back? This is the time. I mean, oh my gosh, I probably say this every time I talk. What is going on in the planet needs us to shine our lights brightly now more than ever. So I hope we just continue to do this. So one of the things I noticed, I want to thank everybody for turning in their surveys and for participating in visioning. If you didn't know, today we're having a board meeting, and is there still a hard copy? There's still a hard copy survey available on that round table. If you would like your survey presented to the board today, please fill that out and hand it to one of us, board members or whatever, because we are asking for your input during this time of transition so that we can co-create together that which is wanting to emerge. I'm just so grateful for this community that we keep having a place to come to and be with one another. There's going to be a whole bunch of classes and workshops coming up. A wonderful book study is coming up I'm really excited about. That will probably be happening in June, and classes and workshops are happening that's in July, and then this will be happening in June. So one of the things that I noticed through going through the surveys and visioning is people were wanting to bring back dinners for 8. Is there anybody in here that wants to do that? All right. So here's the process. We contact Juanita. Let's let Juanita know. Who would like to get us started in getting that together? I can't do everything, right? We're in a community. We need each of us to step up. So I would like to see a show of hands. Who would like to get us started in the dinners for 8? Oh, in case you don't know, Dinners for 8 is something we used to do a long time ago. We really loved it. And people would host people to come over for dinner. We called it Dinners for 8. This year, we could call it Dinners for 4 or 6. There's not as many of us as there used to be, but so it's a fun time to just get together, have dinner together, and get to know one another better. It's a really fun thing. That's a very good question. Do you remember? Did we make it a potluck? Thank you. So in case you didn't hear that, the host makes the main dish, and then they get someone to bring the side dishes. And it's fun. And it's really fun to get to know people better. So who would like to get us started? Just raise your hand.
So we usually just have a sign-up sheet, so we just do that. Who wants to be a host and who wants to be...
Okay, we'll get Juanita to help us, support us with that, to get the sign-up sheets. Cool. Thank you. I'm really looking forward to it. Another thing, if anyone feels called to dance on this dance floor that we have, this wonderful dance floor, let's do that too. So there's all kinds of fun things we get to do, but we need to do it together, right? It's not up to me. So thank you. And, that's one of those things that allows us to deepen in our relationship as a community. And we might get to know some people that need something, right? And we can give. One of the wonderful things about being in community is being of service. I don't know about you, but this is not my favorite thing to do. Being on the stage, I had so much resistance for such a long time because I had that self-doubt, right? I didn't think I was good enough or whatever. So I recognize that this is an opportunity for me to give to my community, right? And that's why I do it, because I love you. I love this community, and it's very near and dear to my heart. I know I've said that before, but I just want to remind you that this is one of the gifts that we get to give is from being in community, is to give of our time, talents, and treasures. So thank you very much. And I just want you to know that I recognize that sometimes we are held back because we're afraid of making mistakes or making blunders or whatever. And so I just want to leave us with this quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson. And he says, "Do not be too timid and squeamish about your actions. All of life is an experiment. The more experiments you make, the better." So it is. And I would just like to end with a prayer. So I invite us to go within. Knowing that there is only one, that infinite power and presence that I call Spirit, God, that it is in, through, and as each one of us here, that infinite power and presence and wisdom is at the center and core of our being. We are beautiful expressions of this infinite creator that is always creating through us, as us. And so I know for this community that we are creative. We cannot not be creative. That we are the divine in form. And so this is a sacred and holy community filled with inspiration and love and joy. And we are co-creating a wonderful experience of connectedness, authenticity, vulnerability, and living out loud and shining our light brightly. And so I give thanks for the opportunities that are showing up right here and right now in this community for us to come together in love and joy and happiness and vulnerability and authenticity. And so I give thanks for knowing that the perfect process is unfolding for each one of us individually and all of us as a center. Knowing that God is this center, that this is a beautiful expression of God in form as each one of us here. And so I give thanks. I give thanks for all of it, no matter what it looks like, knowing that it's perfect and is exactly what we need, that there is nothing missing here, there is nothing wrong. The process is perfect. And so I claim this for our center, that this process we are going through together is a beautiful experience. We are getting to know one another better and love more deeply, coming together in community, being of service. And I just say thank you, God, for this wonderful blessing and all the blessings that continue to flow through us as this center. And I simply release my word as we say together, and so it is. All right, and now it's time for our conscious giving and our prosperity affirmation. So I invite us to stand. As we say our affirmation together. I give this gift with love and joy from a consciousness of abundance. Divine love blesses and prospers all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Thank you. And now we'll have another song by Jared.
Well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed that last song. I've only played that one other time for people. And I think I'm going to do a song now that I've never played for anybody, so you guys get to hear it first. You humans get to hear it first. I keep saying guys, and I'm trying to get better at being non-gender specific. You beautiful spirit beings are going to hear it first. I also want to say that I am now living up in this area and would love to be here more often. Yeah, so at your board meeting, you all talk about it, you beautiful humans. you ever felt all alone? Have you ever felt all on your own? Well, the truth is, you are not alone. And the truth is, we are not alone. Have you ever felt pure joy? And have you ever felt truly at peace? Well, if so, then you are truly blessed. And if so, then forget all the rest. As I sit here on my own, and I let my thoughts gently form into song. Well, I know that I am blessed, so I forget all the rest. Have you ever felt true love? Have you ever felt your soul at peace? Well, if so, then you are truly blessed. And if so, then forget all the rest. As I sit here on my own, and I let my thoughts gently form into song. Well, I know that I am blessed, so I forget all the rest.
Woo, that was beautiful. Thank you, Jen. So I just want to remind us that we are a tithing center, and we tithe to our community partners. And we got 2 thank yous this week. One was from Spirit Center, and the other from, let's see, A New Day Counseling. So they thanked us. So thank you. Thank you for giving these gifts, because they do go out into our community. And so let's pray over these now. And I am so grateful for the abundance of life that comes through each one of us in the form of money. And so I bless these offerings this day, knowing that they are magnified and multiplied, and they go out and bless our community and the world. And then they return to us multiplied. So it is that beautiful law of giving and receiving, that law of reciprocity. And so I know this as our truth, and I simply say, thank you, God, and so it is. Okay, so I just want to say thank you to Juanita. Thank you so much. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Hillary. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Rev Lanny. Thank you all for being here, and thank you, Jared. So appreciate your beautiful music. And gosh, let's see. Oh, thank you, Stephen. So what are we taking away with us today? Possibility. All right. Joy. Love. And gratitude. Well, thank you, everybody. And now we'll have our benediction, so please stand for the benediction. And repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening as me right now. It's this thing called shining brightly. It's this thing called taking my place in the world. It's this thing called spiritual evolution. I know it. I feel it. I sense it. Because I am it. And so it is. And now for our closing.
Well, I love to start these services and end them the same way, so we're going to do Feeling Better again. I'm feeling better all the time. Oh, I'm feeling better all the time. Yes, I'm feeling better all the time. Because I am truly blessed. I'm feeling better all the time. Oh, I'm feeling better all the time. Yes, I'm feeling better all the time. Because I am truly blessed. So it's really hard for me to hear you guys up here because of the monitor. So you have to sing extra loud, okay? Just one time, alright? I'm feeling better all the time. Oh, I'm feeling better all the time. Yes, I'm feeling better all the time. Because I am truly blessed. Thank you.